Here is Mitch McConnell. Oh, he's a piece of shit. Oh my God. Fuck this guy. I can't even. Here's a new article. If you ever thought this guy was anything other than a rank, partisan, hypocritical piece of dog shit, here you go. Unbelievable. This guy. So, of course, he's asked. It's almost like people do when they were at this shit and they're like, hey, I wonder what he really thinks if, we'll ask him this question and we'll see if he gives us an answer. What do you think? $10? He fucking says, yeah, I'll do it anyway. I don't know. I'm literally like, I'm not really baffled so much. I'm just stunned at the way that this asshole will just look you straight in the face and just be like, they say, because what he said, the greatest part. So from the last presidential election, if you didn't remember, Antonin Scalia was a member of the Supreme Court. He died like about a year and a half before the election even took place. And so Barack Obama is entitled to put forward at least, or in all likelihood, have somebody seated on the court that he picks. Because that's the fucking Constitution. Hello? So this piece of dog shits, Mitch McConnell, he comes up with him again with a straight face. There's videos of this asshole on the Senate floor going, there is a precedent where in an election year, we do not select a Supreme Court nominee. It's just too controversial. We need to have the election happen and have the American people decide by the way of who they elect, and then that person gets to select the Supreme Court nominee. And so we're just not even going to allow a vote to take place or any kind of hearings on the matter. So that's that. And you're like, hey, fuckhead. They decided in the last election. It was the 2012 election. That's what they decided for the next 4 years, among other things. But, when it comes to Supreme Court nominee, that's who gets to decide. If they fucking wanted right-wingers, then they would have picked Romney. It would have just been one of the many issues why Romney should have won. But he didn't. So they chose. There you go. Why would he fucking care? So, of course, we knew it was rank partisanship. And the fact that the pussy Democrats just laid down and were like, yeah, you know what? It's okay. Hillary's going to win. Let's go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll let Hillary get in. Then we'll put in our people. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So now Trump gets 2 picks. He got the pick that should have been Obama's. And then he got another one for retiring Justice Kennedy. So now they ask him, hey, what do you think about if in the next year or so before the election, because this is right about the time when Scalia died in reference to, the next election taking place. So let's say another one dies or retires between now and the election. I mean, you, of course, won't have the vote on there or try to seat one of them because that's the principle you laid out the last time, right? I mean, you're going to let the election take place, the American people decide, and then, then we'll have a vote on them, right? Fuck no. He was like, the way it was worded to him was they go, would you seat a Supreme Court nominee if one dies between now and the election? Something like that. And he's like, oh, you bet we will. We totally will not. And that's the most amazing thing. He said it like with his fucking turtle boy smile too. Where he's like, this might as well be the shit-eating grin from ear to ear. As much as my mouth can move there. He's such a piece of shit. So, look. Now, ordinarily, you don't think, let's just have any old person take, because, you could get a real piece of shit Republican that takes the place of, the Republican you're trying to get out at this moment. Like, say, for instance, Chuck Grassley in Idaho. All right, Iowa. Say he gets out, or you want him out, primaried somehow. It doesn't matter.
You really would like a Democrat or some kind of person who's not a crazy right-winger. But all right, most of them can't beat these guys because they're too fucking lame. But, let's say you just say, no, I just want him out. I don't even care if a Republican comes in. What if it's Steve King? Yeah. Imagine that guy gets replaced by Steve. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he'd be really. So it's not, you don't always want that. I mean, in general, you'd rather be replaced by a person who's better. If not, you won't say it, but yeah, if they stay in, better than somebody even worse. In McConnell's case, because he's the top leader, he's the main man in charge of the Senate right now, fuck it. I don't care. Let a even worse Republican take it. I don't care. Because all right, and everyone goes, well, are you crazy? No. Here's the deal. If McConnell gets kicked out by somebody in a primary who's really out there, wacky right wing, that guy's not going to just all of a sudden jump to the top of leadership in the Republican Senate. They'll have to work their way up if they ever get to the top. So, you at least took out the majority leader. And then someone else, they'll probably pick John Cornyn if he gets reelected, or who the hell was the other guy? John Thune, South Dakota. Some other people like him, Tom Barrasso, these other shitheads. That's fine. Good. Those people are not nearly as bad as McConnell. And at least you bounced his sorry ass out of the way. Because this guy, I mean, I probably called him a piece of shit like the last 5 or 6 times. I mean, you can't say it enough. You can't say it enough. And unlike stupid comedians, like, the ones on regular TV and the ones that show up on those fucking cable news channels. Oh, no, I could do a relatively good Mitch McConnell. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'd want him to stay just so I can do his impression. Yeah, I mean, fuck that. I'll be happy to never do his shitty impression ever again if we just get his ass out. That's it. So, of course, the Democrats will probably run like an Allison Lundgren Graham, I think of whatever her name was last time they ran. Some person whose first ad out was, hey, check out me skeet shooting. That's not going to convince you. It's not going to convince the voters of Kentucky to beat McConnell with you or pick you instead of him. And they'll probably pick somebody just like that, though. That's the fucked up thing. They'll pick another stupid idiot like that who's just going to go, you want a turkey hunt this time? You want to fish? Well, what kind of Republican thing can we do? It's like, don't. Just come out with policies. Hell, the first fucking person, I guarantee you, someone on the Democratic side just comes out and says they're in favor of cannabis legalization, bam, you won. You won. It's over. You'll have a 20-point lead on him before you going into election day. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But no, they're going to listen to their stupid ass Democratic, people that, what do they call those assholes? The ones that, consultants. They're going to listen to them because they're going to, no, that's too hard. You can't do that. It's too controversial. No, the people would fucking freak out. They can't do it. I'm telling you, man. Come out in favor of Medicare for all and cannabis legalization primarily. Those two things, I guarantee you, resonate with the people of Kentucky. God damn, we need to get this McConnell asshole out. I read that article. I was like, this motherfucker. What a piece of shit. For the 10th time. I can't say it enough. God, he's a piece of shit. He really is. But, the people in Kentucky are sick of him. I mean, he's right. He was ripe for replacement last time, but he skirted by again because of the crappy Democratic candidate. So, Democrats, please, dear God, even the establishment, I do declare we must go center to center right to win people of Kentucky. If you've got a brain in your head, stop doing that shit. Just come up with somebody with at least Medicare for all and cannabis legalization. Just it. That's all you need. You'll beat them. And like I said, I don't even care. At the very least, let some nutty Republican whip his ass in the primary. That'd be fun to watch. Just like the way Eric Cantor went down. Watch that little shit McConnell fucking just sit around going durr for the next however many months, knowing his ass is done. It's over. I don't care. Just anyway, that dude's out. Hook or crook, doesn't matter to me. Get him out.